Hello, William Blasius. Thank you for tuning in. Haven't been super active as of late on my channel because I've been busy with life, but I'm going to stream something to show that I'm still alive and making content. So what I'm doing is that I'm drawing various crystals for my next series about lightsaber modifications, which include all hilt modifications and all lightsaber crystal modifications, and how lightsaber crystals affect their lightsabers. So I have a list I made. I'm going through them of stuff I already drew, and just trying to find which ones I gotta do next. The next door crystal, really basic one. Gotta find a reference image first for the crystal. Crystals, which ones? I think the super rare one. When I start up the up. It's on my list. Supernova, increased force abilities, and powered lightsabers. Yeah, I just think it'd be unlikely for an Inquisitor to get one of those crystals to begin with, let alone like a Sith Master or anything, because those things are exceedingly rare. But still, it's always fun to imagine such scenarios. y'all want to see some crystals I've already drawn so far? Let me pull out some good ones. Let's see. This is a good one. The Hurricane Crystal. You might recognize this one as being used by Jedi Master Mace Windu. Then we have the Katak Crystal. That's right on here. Now this one's very weird because what it does is that it'll drain the life force of those nearby with a certain radius and eventually kill them over time, which then goes back to the person wielding it. And if this leeching effect is decreased if the blade makes contact with flesh, so it transfers life essence from one being to another, either passively or directly. Not one a Jedi should use, but one Sith would not want them use. This is a Tython meditation crystal used by Jedi as a meditation aid. Also, it helps recycle force energy of a force wielder. So someone using this lightsaber would be able to use a force for longer durations than one without it. Just helps, people find its force energy. I'll be more in depth in my videos when I get a script made. And one more. What's a good one? Drain Fire. Now this one is makes a lightsaber of silver. These are found in the sands of Tatooine, where the Jawas use them to form lenses for their eyes to protect them from the twin suns. But it can be used in a lightsaber. All it really does is make it silver, which is neat. Yeah. My next series will cover all these kinds of crystals and what they do. All that good stuff. Close this. I have like 32 more of these things to draw. It's going to be a bit of a project. Hello, Corn Begins. How are you doing? Well, thank you for subscribing. Yeah, my content is a bit slow, but when I make up for in quantity, I try to make for in quality. And that means having to draw crystals for all my videos before I publish them. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I worked really hard on the Double Guard one. Easily my favorite Star Wars subject. Some water. I am out of water. I shall be right back. Hydration is very important for Jedi, and for most living beings. I'm back. So I got my water, and we're gonna continue drawing in a bit. Okay. So I've gotten this process down pretty well, where I can pump out a crystal every half hour or so. But it might take a little bit longer since I'm showing you guys, talking a little bit. If you have any Star Wars trivia or Star Wars questions that you want answered, I may be able to answer it. Maybe not. Let's find out. But most of my specialty lies in Jedi stuff, and Jedi Guard, lightsaber forms, lots of force powers. Oh yeah, they really need to go more in depth about them. I really want to see one in combat at some point. Maybe we'll see flashbacks of the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. Saturated. Oh, whoops. That's an inverse selection. This part's a little bit tricky trying to get the logic right. I'll also make it every facet look unique. You can tell each facet different. Yeah, some of the crystals I had to do, I couldn't do myself. Actually, I had to hire my friend Joelle to do some art. You might recognize her art from some of my videos, like those pictures of double guards with the tonfas, the pikes, the hand-drawn ones. Yeah, she drew those and I colored them. But let me show you one that she made for me that I paid her commission. It's a really neat one. It's the rainbow gem. It's a little colony of tiny microorganisms that form a crystal that's rainbow, and when you use a lightsaber, produces a turquoise blade. And they're apparently so expensive they could buy like a fleet of ships or something. Where is it? There's the image. Yeah, this is what she drew for me. Here's some scissors here. That's gonna be a fun video. I could not do this. He's really good at colors. I just follow YouTube tutorial to end up with these crystals. Anyway, back to the thing. Oh, for that one, I think the ones he gave her in Tina 7 Clone Wars was crystals he got himself, and because he just because I can't get crystals the way he bought the kyber crystals, I'm guessing he got them and they turn out blue. Bleeding them can only, as far as I know, only turn on red due to the dark side of the Force, or turns already blood crystals white due to the light side of the Force. Though in Legends, it was possible to sort of halfway anti-bleed a crystal, where it became yellow. That's something Jedi Knight Jada Core did to get his yellow lightsaber. had no idea about the time travel shenanigans. All I really knew it from was from Jedi Knight at the Jedi Academy. Yeah, the addition of time travel is not something I'm particularly fond of in Star Wars, but you know, it is what it is. I believe there's only one you in SR Kun, but yeah, his is really good. Tiny little mini saber that can change lengths I'd almost notice. The lightsaber information I use in my videos. It's related to Edge of Empire, but it's from the sister game. What's it called? Force and Destiny. And that's what same company, same system. But yeah, that's where it's from. $1. Maybe if I turn on the luminosity a little bit. Good question. I have no idea. I've never really streamed that much. I think it will stay because I've streamed my playthrough of Fallen Order on Grandmaster mode here, and it's still on my channel, unlisted somewhere. So I think it will still be up. If I want to watch it later to see the process. So far, let me change this glow color to green. Yeah, because well, first it was based off a Sith design, and the thing has two blades. It's very offensive, or more so to kill, which is something Jedi don't want to do. They want to be more defensive than offensive. You know, over time, especially during the Old Republic, there were Jedi who favored double-bladed lightsaber, particularly the Jedi Shadows used in the Old Republic. Yeah, as you might imagine, with my stutter, it makes it kind of tricky to record audio when I'm for my scripts. It's like, oh, I'll stutter, then I have to redo it again and again and again and again. It's a process, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Light. No, I don't do added low. I get chartreuse in there. Oh, that looks nice. Leave that as it is. Almost done with this one. Just gotta add some more overlay or a darker shade. Blue. It's not putting up as quite as much as I would like it to. A bit below. Oh, nice. Yeah, eventually I want to cover different philosophies of the Force, the living Force, the cosmic Force, the unifying Force, how each one relates and differ with one another, why different Jedi would view in different ways. I mean, they're all valid and in their own way. But a good video is the guy doesn't have a name, so it's like a period that's written in black or white, so you can't see his username. And he has a whole series about Krea's philosophy that goes very in depth, like total like 3.5 hours long. Very good video if you really into the lore stuff. Oh, Cal definitely 6. He's doing a little bit of everything, especially like mixing and combining, improvising. But yeah, he does a little bit of Form 1, a little bit of Form 5, a little bit of Form 3. That mixes Force powers. It looks to me like he's using Nemon. Vapod, he would not have the opportunity to learn Vapod, as only a few Jedi Masters knew it. Sora Bulk and Mace Windu, those who invented it. Deba Bilaba, who went from Mace Windu, and Quinlan Voss. I strongly believe that he's using Nemon, which is good because Nemon is always like underrated as being kind of like a weak form, but in the right hand, it's really good. Almost done. Gotta save this so I don't lose it later. Excuse me. Okay, saved. Not quite. It's a bit hard to do with Saber Staff without cutting yourself at the other end on. Maybe we'll see more in the sequel when it comes out. Yeah, like one thing I was reading about is like he focused too much on the negative aspects of getting under Krea's good side, like it's like he's on Nar Shaddaa, and it's like you're trying to help those refugees. Like, oh, let's go sell the mother with the child, that way they can be together. It's like, oh, like a kind of a dark way, but you could also inspire them in the game. I don't play it myself, but I heard you inspire them to do good, and she approves of it because you're enforcing your will through them, through your echoes, to do good rather than like selling mothers and children into slavery. But I could totally understand why Kreia hates the Force. Constantly seeking balance that never seems to be obtained. That requires the deaths of billions and millions. Yeah, that's an issue. It's like, what do you think is balance in the Force? And we're done. That's the next door crystal done. I'm going to export this. So what do you think? Pretty good? What's next on the list? Opia crystal. Opila? Opia? I don't know. It's like Spanish, like there's 2 L's. Opia, there's probably Opila, Opila, I don't know. Point is, space crystal. Opila crystals create a powerful blade that allows a lightsaber to cut through most materials easily. It's a very generic crystal description. Just makes it slightly more powerful. Okay, let's do the next one. First things first, gotta find a reference image for the crystal. Let's do a fuchsia one. Now, typically, many art cases, like many artists will use different artists' art for references, and according to the law, if you change it like 30% or more, it's got these. Like you don't have to give them credit. Like it claims their own if you change it 30% or more. But regardless of how much I change it, I'm still going to credit the original artist within my description as usual. Because I just feel like it's proper to give artists credit where credit's due. It's not like I'm making money. It's not like I'm making money off of this. I just do this purely for my love of Star Wars. You guys looking forward to Bad Batch? Back on to Bad Batch, when we were first introduced in the Clone Wars series, it felt like kind of a little bit tropey to me. But then again, they only had a few episodes of character development, and with Dave Filoni at the helm, they're going to get good character development, most likely. So, I look forward to see what to do with them. I'm thinking. Yeah, I think it takes place after Order 6 and like when the Empire's first starting and forming. I feel like the Bad Batch are going to be like on the run from the Empire because they're too dangerous, they don't follow orders, all that stuff. The bad boys. They don't follow your mama's rules. Okay, let's get a lighter shade of fuchsia. Poor Echo though, he went through so much. I really hope he has a happy ending. Alright, where should the light come from this? Where the light source be on this one? Up here? Maybe we don't. Yeah, I think right here is not. Like, I really want to see them animate War Season 6 and the Jedi Temple. We barely saw anything in the movie. I want to see Jedi Temple guards fight. I need it. My body needs it. But what can we do? Maybe we'll get more into Obi-Wan Kenobi's show, or comics, or never. Well, I don't know. I really want Temple guards to fight. It's to be totally awesome. And see if my theories are true about how they fight, and if they do counter clone troopers. Lighting. That is true. Didn't give me the jetpack. You know, I wonder if they'll ever make the Clone Assassins canon again. I forget where they. I think they were in the episode 3 video game where they had like, little blades on their wrists. And they used them to fight Jedi that way. Very messy. Not a fun way to die. So I think anyone would agree getting stabbed by a sword or blade or sharp object of any kind is not good way to die. Oh shoot, no, that's not what I want. Oh no. You know, I really hope one day to make Kyle Katarn canon again, because Kyle's so great. But I heard that what's his face, Kanan Jarrus was his spiritual successor. I just want to be canon again. I love Kyle. Okay, gonna change the glow. Make this peak. Oop. Maybe a little bit wider. There we go. Now for some texture. I'm gonna skip to the next song. whisk brushes. There's maybe just one more. Strata. Oh, too much. Yeah. Strata. Oof. Right, then I'll select this. Delete that. Nobody passed in this. Okay, let's match the darkness in there. People say that, but it's really weird. What's that guy from the old Nintendo 64 games? Shadow Empire. He had the weird. It's the same, made by the same manufacturer as a Millennium Falcon YT-1300, but like smaller. Dash Rendar, that was his name. I wonder if he'll ever be canon again. I mean, I don't think I remember much of him, but remember how hard the game was on that jungle planet we had to fight IG-88 on a moving train. Ugh, that was a hard fight. Let's see, wrong tools. What do I got? Lightning. Oh, it's running up. Oh, neat. I have to do after a future crystal. Anyway, a bit texture. Really? I need to learn more about that. Very subtle change, but it helps. Almost done. Just gotta adjust the outline. Just gotta save this. Kyber crystal. I always forward to save your stuff as you go on. Otherwise, when the power goes out, I'll lose your progress. Never hurts to be careful. Oh, that's really funny, old Dashi. That's nice. He's canon again. Oh, do you know who is canon? You ever see the what's it called? My brain. I don't remember. I'm sorry. The Star Wars Holiday Special, where Mala is watching the cooking video, and the guy's like, stir, whip, 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 stir. Gormanda was her name. Yeah, she's canon now. Cause in the Galaxy's Edge cookbook, Star Wars cookbook, it mentions Gormanda and her Holo videos, and yeah, that's canon now. And kind of so was everything else in that holiday special. Lumpy's VR machine and Chewie's family, they're all canon. It's all very painful, hilarious, and I love it. It's that weird video of Lumpy and his human fantasy videos. It's canon. canon now. But whatever. I don't judge that much. Why the frick is this so big? Oh, it's running color spray. That's soft. That's my goof. But yeah, the Star Wars cookbook has a lot of neat stuff. A lot of alcohol. You wouldn't think that would be the case from Disney, but hey, go figure. There's bread I want to try called Mustafarian lava buns, with like red and black buns. This one's done. And like VR's been always like been a fantasy for many people. It's a shame that these days it's so expensive and really more of a niche thing, and probably will remain a niche thing for quite some time, if it becomes mainstream at all. All right, time to export this one. Skip the song because one drags on for a bit. Boop. But I really love how they made both Boba Fett's gun canon and the Mandalorian. That cycle rifle Jin always uses. Generax crystal. Generax is a refined form of a pilla. Along with the increased cutting power, the lightsaber that uses this becomes more agile, swifter, and more deadly. Alright, which one of these will make it good? Generax. A rupee from Zelda. Might not use that one, otherwise people will make like a bunch of Zelda jokes in the video. But that would be funny. But I think this one has Generax written all over it. Yeah, it's really great. I heard they actually got like an actual deaf person to help develop the language for the Tusken Raiders, which is very nice. Communication through grunts and head signals. That's it's a very clever idea. You never really see them talking or making outside anything aside from growls or grunts. Okay. What color should this one be? I'll let you guys decide. What color should this be? Except black. I don't want to do black because I want that one to be special. Because as these are all kyber crystals, unless explicitly stated, then they can be like pretty much any crystal. Like depends on where it responds to them. Oh, neat! I didn't know that they played it. Yeah, probably the best thing about the job was like the suga, the eggs, and their love of the eggs and like gross yolky goodness. All right, orange it is. Let's do orange. See this color from later. Secondary. Now there is a orange crystal that's brought up in one of the books involving Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan in the earlier days, where it's like it creates a poor lightsaber blade, but it's very good defensive-wise, and using one of these portable shields that glow orange that are immune to lightsaber damage, which is really neat. I want to learn more about those. And like, I don't know, imagine like envision a shield that's wielded by a Jedi that's orange and immune to lightsabers in the Old Republic. But they weren't discovered until like recently. Even then, they're like some sort of like future side person, psychic, whatever, that predicted that by the time the false kybers were discovered, the time of the chosen one was near, which before Anakin was found. I myself, I'm not a big fan of prophecies in Star Wars. I think that they're more trouble than they're worth. It's like, have you seen that story with in the comics with the Jedi Master of the Tars, where they saw a fallen Jedi kill all the Jedi members of the New Order? Then they go off and kill their own Padawans because they thought they would be involved in it. Then one escapes. Then they end up creating their own demise. Yeah, prophecies are just waste of time. Don't let them influence your actions. Just live your own life. I'm more of an adherent to the living force. If I were to be a Jedi, just be in the moment, be in the now, do what you can now. Like a quote from episode 1. Well, what was it? Be mindful of the future, but not at the expense of the present. Very good advice for life in general. Oh, sure. There we go. Sorry about that. I think the light source for this one will be down here. Always good to change the light source every so often. Helps me practice with the light sources and makes things more dynamic in comparison to all the other crystals I drew. Boop. Oh shoot, no. Yeah. That would be pretty funny. Man, if Link was a Jedi, what form would he use? That's a good question. I don't know. That's probably almost something I cover in my channel crossover stuff. At least not yet. Maybe in the future if I get a bigger fan base. But for now, I want to focus purely. Oh shoot! For now, I want to focus purely on the Star Wars stuff. But maybe be like that. Like, what would X character use lightsaber form with what? I don't know. Okay, looking good. Let me save it. Yes. Saved. Now let's practice some textures. Want to add some glows. Let's see. Okay, texture looks good in this one. No, I'm not feeling it. Let's try running color spray. Ooh, maybe. I just increase the particle size. No, this looks too messy. I think I'll make it strata as well. At the last one, since it's related. A little more of an angle though. Go the right way. This brush is a little bit fickle. Just kind of have to hope it goes the right way when you first initially start it. Because normally, like if you go left or right, it does by itself, or up and down, change direction. But when you're doing like one at a time, like what I'm doing, just kind of move the mouse in the right way and hope it gets it. There you go. Come on, just one more. One more. Please. There you go. Delete the excess. Make it a bit more transparent. Maybe one more. There we go. Now with some darker contrast overlay. So slightly erase it very gently. Get sort of a gritty erase. There. Let's make the outline, the glowy outline. Oops, shoot. You know, one of my hopes is that with my videos or my lore videos, is that someone from Lucasfilms runs into them, say, "Oh, this guy's full of great ideas. We should use them in the Star Wars series." Like, oh, cool. Now my ideas are canon. It wouldn't be the first time I've influenced a major company. A time I can prove. Have you ever heard of League of Legends? I played it a lot, and there's a character named Pantheon. It's like a Spartan character. You got to rework his ability to be done. And they're all the same to a post I made on the website when it was still up on how you should fight. And yeah, if I could influence a company then, I could do it again. Let's see. It's orange. Add glow. Okay. Time for the final touches. And done. So what do you think? A good orange crystal? I think so. Let me save this one. Export. What's next on the list? Permafrost crystal. Permafrost crystals are rare crystals that form on the planet Hoth. The blaze produced by this crystal reflect the icy blue shade of the crystal as well. These crystals allow a lightsaber to only be used by the force sensitive who is attuned to the crystal. Good stuff. Yeah, which one says ice crystal? You do. Okay, let's make a new one. Yeah, everyone keeps telling me that. Like, my friends and family, they all tell me they want to eat the crystals. I wouldn't recommend it unless it's like a sugar candy, but, you know, if they look at us eat, they're good enough for thumbnails. So there are some creatures that eat crystals in Star Wars. For example, what's it called? The Krayt Dragon. So sometimes a Krayt Dragon will eat stones on Tatooine to help it grind down materials in its stomachs. And sometimes these stones will have kyber crystals inside. The acid breaks down through the rocks and that sort of rounds up the kyber crystals inside, creating a Krayt Dragon pearl. And this can be used on a lightsaber. Though if I were a Jedi, I wouldn't condone killing animals for the sake of getting a crystal. But that's just me. Maybe get slightly bigger. Okay, this one's gonna be more blue color, an icy blue. Fortunately, this one's very simply shaped, so it won't take too long to add the lighting. Only has 4 facets. I wouldn't be surprised. Definitely not in the Empire era, where like if you're ever selling like buy kyber crystal sugar candy at your local, I don't know, store today. It's like, oh, guess what? You're gonna have a bunch of stormtroopers and maybe some inquisitors at the door saying, "Don't sell kyber crystal, and they'll kill you." And it's like, I don't know. Wait, what? Are you telling me Coca-Cola? Are you messing with me? Are you telling me Coca-Cola is canon in Star Wars? The frick? Look it up. damn it, it is. It's really funny. Ugh. The beverage was imported by Jatka, a lunar male from the planet Megiddo. He sold it to travelers and locals via his company. Huh. Well, that's kind of sad, actually. But, you know, Disney want their money. Speaking of Coca-Cola, I have a bottle of Coke right here. But it's gotten warm, so I'm not going to drink it right now. Huh. Coca-Cola's canon in Star Wars. Oof. But you know what is canon in Star Wars? Let me pull a picture of it. Where is it? Donuts are canon in Star Wars. And apparently donut dispensing droids. This is from a kid's book of Jedi Temple Guard kidnaps Master Yoda, and Obi-Wan and Anakin had to go save Master Yoda. This was pre-Episode 2, but after Episode 6, back when Anakin was a teenager, and Obi-Wan got flung into a donut droid. Yeah, but it may be designed to be drunk and warm, but I like my Coca-Cola cold. Anyway, I will make a video about this book at some point. About the Jedi Temple Guard that kidnaps Master Yoda. Let me pull the image of that. Where is it? A huge folder full of Jedi Temple Guard images. Oh, here's another scene from the book. When some battle droids broke into the storage room of the Jedi Temple, and they started attacking. Where it's like, you know, Obi-Wan making the usual banter, being sassy. Anakin's like, oh, I want to kill the droids. And meanwhile, Temple Guard's like, hey, shut up and fight. I love them. They're just to the point. In this scene, we see Obi-Wan is fighting a Temple Guard underwater, which shows that Temple Guard parts actually are waterproofed. And the Temple Guard fighting Yoda. And yeah, that's all I'll show for now. We'll get more later. Eventually. I can't tell you when, but eventually. Anyway, back to the crystals. And I can't believe Coca-Cola is canon in Star Wars. That's both really dumb and I really love it at the same time, because I am a Coke addict. I have a problem with drinking too much Coca-Cola. Anyway, I need to be right back in like 5 minutes. Nature calls, so we get my rift. Oh, there's a reason for that, and you'll learn more in the future. Or I get to tell you now. It was a Moncala person in there, so she could breathe in the water. And the kidnappers were Mace Windu and Volunteer to just, you know, to train Anakin and Obi-Wan to just shut up and get along with one another. But apparently Anakin wasn't too fond of the Temple Guards, because he didn't like the fact that they hid behind masks, because they reminded him too much of Tusken Raiders. And oof, after Episode 2, after Tusken Raiders killed his mom, he would only project that hate onto them in the future, I think. Which is something I will cover. But anyway, I must be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. So, viewers, what's one thing you would want to see from our channel in the future? Invert that. One thing I might cover is Star Wars food recipes, because I'm actually majoring in culinary arts right now, and eventually I'm gonna get more tools to cook and stuff. That I could try various Star Wars recipes, like the one from Galaxy Edge Cookbook. Maybe try to make my own based off Star Wars. Like one thing I want to make is Ruby Bleal. It's like a drink on the outer rim, like Tatooine. It's like a gooey, sort of cold drink. I learned about it from Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast. Because that one fat Rodian guy used it as his password to get into his hideout. Man, I never knew Rodians could get so fat. But I guess any species can in Star Wars. I wonder what a fat Yoda would look like. I would Google it, but I'm afraid Google will lead me down a horrible path if I Google fat Yoda. Yeah. A lot of passionate fans out there with the kind of stuff. And I will end that here and focus back on the crystals. I imagine the Ruby Bleal would use some sort of algae stuff in it to make it sort of gooey. Like if I can get someone get strands of goo in there, I think I'd be set. It'll definitely have to be maintained at a cold temperature to maintain the gooiness, because that delves into different chemistry. Like have you seen those little orbs of gooey liquid stuff that sort of pop open? I've done it before. It's kind of tricky to work with, but if I can figure something out with that, then yeah, it would be on the right path. And if I make it, I will make a video of it and share the recipe on here. That's a good question. How do they chew? Do they have like some kind of inner mouth, or some kind of weird digestion system? Questions I don't particularly want to know the answers to. Every time I hear Rodian, I think of Uncle Anno from Clone Wars. Poor guy. He was so nice. Okay, let's add the light layer. Glow. Maybe I'll try bottom left for light source this time. Maybe top down? No, I did bottom left. Okay. Yeah, like like I mentioned earlier, there are three different philosophies of force: philosophy of the unifying force, philosophy of the cosmic force, and philosophy of the living force. And many different Jedi adhere to different philosophies. It's like one thing I love about Star Wars. Let me pull it up. Let's see. Let me pull up an image from Google. It's somewhere here. Okay, I'm just going to screen capture instead.
Enter.
I hear some words. Boop. This is definitely something I want to cover in a future video. Paris statue thing. No, Qui-Gon was into the living force, the present moment. Where is it? There it is. So, it's like right before Anakin fights Bear's Offie, but you can see Bear's is meditating some sort of statue. I'm guessing this is some sort of Miralian statue, which implies that, well, I think she might actually be practicing some traditional Mirali religion while still being a Jedi, which means that Jedi are allowed to practice religions because the Force permeates all things, and like different religions in Star Wars have different interpretations of the Force, and they're allowed to explore that through their own various cultures. And I don't know, that's something I would want to cover in a future video. But I think it's pretty neat. Shame she's a traitor and murderer. But whatever. What's done is done. Back to the crystals. To glow. I'm gonna add some rich color in here. Ugh, excuse me. The can of cola is getting to me. Ooh. Not easy. I'm taking credit for that particular spot of Bear's painted statue because I actually saw it off Tumblr. I use it for the memes. But yeah, that's one thing I ran into. Like, oh, that got me thinking. I would want to look into that for a video at one point. So I'll need to find that post because they went really in depth with that. But I wouldn't claim credit for it. Ooh, yeah, this is good. If it's one thing the Jedi seem to emphasize importance on, like, like, yeah, you're taken away from your family as children, but they encourage you to look into your own cultures and explore it and become one with it. Like what they did with Ki-Adi-Mundi, how he got multiple lives and got so much action, so many kids. Like, Anakin must have been jealous if he found out about that. So, gotta save this. Okay, time to finish up the outline, then we're done with this one. Oh, wrong layer. Is it wrong layer? Oh shoot, did I? Dang it. I put the light in the wrong layer. Shoot. Huh. Cosmic Force, Living Force, and Unifying Force. Oh, shoot, I gotta go back a few steps. Just for the sake of... I'm gonna copy that one. Dang it. I hate it when I do the wrong layer. You know what? I'm gonna save these layers. First, to copy them. Copy those. I lost my progress. Oh well. It's no big deal. It's super easy to do anyways. Okay. And you know what? I'll just reload it. And regain my junk that I lost. Okay, this might be a little bit too far going to repair, so I might have to do something a little unorthodox. Let's see, power, add glow. Oh no, it's not that good. Alright, got to retrace the layer, outline layer, and start a line layer over again. Shoot. This thing is luck. A bit of luck. That's really funny. Gotta redo this layer. Oh shoot, that's too thick. Wait, this is the wrong layer. Dang it. It keeps happening to me. I'm getting too reckless. See, this is why I usually make 2 copies of the outline layer, because I know I goof something I goof it like this sometimes. But I forgot to copy the outline layer this time. It's making me lose a wee bit of time, but it's whatever. I have nothing planned today, so I'll probably be at this for a while. Down. Yeah. Okay. This because I lose it again. I'm gonna delete that. Okay, let's try this glow layer again. This time, get the right layer. actually finish off this crystal. Done. That's our permafrost crystal. Then export this. I'm going to share this link for the stream with my friends and my old Republic guild. I don't know if they might want to tune in. Reviewers, I don't know. Okay. I got Steve. Okay, what's next? Fawn the crystal. These create fiercely burning lightsaber blades. Very descriptive. I'm not particularly fond of these crystals. Ugh. I try to research the puns in my videos because if I was given freedom of the puns, there would be a lot of them. Oh yeah, you really gotta avoid turn off general chat, especially when you're on a fleet. It gets a mess, especially in the last 4 years. But in the wise words of Obi-Wan Kenobi, oh, I'm not brave enough for politics. So because of that, I won't be doing any like why is Disney doing extra Star Wars, or my thoughts on the sequels, and the director's like, no, that's a very slippery slope. I want to keep it strictly to the lore, canon or legends or otherwise. Anyway, Fond Crystal. I'm gonna think of a fun color for this one. When you hear Fond Crystal, what comes to mind? What color comes to mind? Shoot. Cause like blues and grays, I got a lot of those. They're pretty boring. I'll do like a deep purple. Yeah, it's like anything that can be said about the prequels, positive or otherwise, has already been said. That's a dead horse. I don't want to beat it. My stand on that is basically, if you ever watch Star Wars Theory, like, hey, if you enjoy the movies, cool. I'm glad you can enjoy them, but it's not for me. That's my take on the whole thing. In the end, it's all movies, all fantasy. If they do their bare minimum purpose of like be entertaining and be able to take you out for a bit, make you forget about life, then hey, it did a job. You enjoy it, It's like, you know, we all have our bad movies we enjoy. Like for me, I like the movie Nacho Libre. It is a very dumb movie, but I love it. Ooh, violet. Look it up. Because you gotta look up, like, certain, like, in this case, violet color code. And there are different shades of violet people use, so I just gotta pick and choose which ones I like the most. Oh yeah, good one. Royal Purple Violet. I have every color at my disposal and I have trouble choosing which ones I want to use. So many colors. You know, I saw this post online, someone talking about like a concept for a show, where it's like a nature documentary, but it's all Star Wars animals. It's like no Jedi, no troopers, no combat. It's a Star Wars nature doing its thing. It's like, yeah, I'd watch that. I doubt Disney will ever do it though, but it's a fun concept. Like the Rancor in its native habitat, or like I don't know, the life of a womp rat on Tatooine. The hard part of making a channel is like trying to find content that other people haven't done before. Because I want my channel to stick out a little bit. I mean, like I turn off ads, and I don't plan to run ads at any time, so YouTube algorithm hates me and won't really share my videos. So I try to make up for that with making content that doesn't really cover. Like, for example, super in-depth videos about all the lightsaber modifications, to the hilt, to the internals, to the blade, to the crystals. Like Temple Guard lore. No one ever really did that in lore, or did that in-depth lore stuff. Okay. Turn that off. Seems like a lot of Star Wars lore channels I've been running kind of dry as of late, especially Star Wars theory. Like the guy that dude super nice I talked about before, he's like the super nicest guy on the planet. But like I grow kind of tired of like oh like Ryan Johnson about this and that, or it's like behind the scenes of this, or he has interviews with people. It's like it's all the same thing, Clone Wars era stuff. Yeah, it's a fun era, but you know. If you want something different, you gotta do it yourself. Hence why I made this channel. At 90% passion, 10% spite. Oh, no wonder. Not glowed. There we go. Right here. You know what? This one's not bright enough. mean, like, if Disney could do like the Lion King, make it look realistic, they could do the same with Star Wars creatures. But, you know, maybe add more expressions to the animals. They can afford it. They just, you know, they want their money back in greater quantities. How big of this one? We do this one. Yoink. Strong light there. Maybe not strong. There we go. Better. Right. There. Yeah, exactly. You know, what you said about suspension of disbelief. It's not so much as make it realistic, but more so about immersion, getting immersed into it. Oh yeah, definitely that. Oh, that would be nice. Turn this down a little bit. 69, nice. That'll be a little brighter. Yeah, like I love watching on the nature documentaries. The calm British guy. Having that in Star Wars would be really cool. They could always portray it like as if it's being taught by like a Jedi teacher, like a pre-made documentary, like a holovid. Oh shoot. You know what? I need to share this stream on Facebook. Give me 1 second. Okay. Now what are they doing again? I'm gonna try to adjust color of this light source because this white seems very diluted for me. Maybe add a tinge of purple. No. That's better. You ever see the Aeronauts Star Wars parodies? Those are great. I love them so much. light here is bugging me. Oh, no wonder. What would a flighter for Star Wars look like? Yeah, I don't think that would happen because they can go on any space and prove that the planets are round. So I don't think flat earthers would be a thing in Star Wars. Ah, it's too bright. Maybe I change the light to hard light? No, it's ugly. No, it's too soft. Something about this is off. Feel it in my bones. Oh, whatever. It doesn't have to be perfect. Try that. A little bit of red. That is more of a deeper blues, deeper purple, so let's try a little bit of blue or indigo. Wrong tool. Ooh, maybe a little more purple in that one. Top light. try a little red. Let's try overlay. Too red. You know what? Something's wrong with the lighting layer, so I'm gonna redo that one. But first, I'm gonna save it. Leave that. Let's try this lighting again. Maybe we can make a top-down lighting. It'll look better. A bit too bright, but we can always turn down the... You know what, it's too bright. Let's try again. That looks good. Yeah, the lighting layer is like what ties it all together in terms of how it looks. Alright, well have a good night, man or woman, dude, fan, viewer. I'm sorry, I don't know how to address you. Anyway, thank you for tuning in, have a good night, and yeah, hope you enjoy future content I make. It's coming slowly. Very slowly, but it's coming. Oh wow, it's only been 2 hours. And this one's done. Okay, what's next? Sony crystal. Now these will do. Let's see. Let me find a good crystal for Sony. That's a good one for Sony. Well, I'm going to pause the stream for a bit. I'm going to get some food. Where's the pause button on this program?